Mm-hmm.
And it's because I don't know. It's been like 2 years, like months. I've been.
Well, we did chat last time on Steam.
Oh
That's
heck yeah.
technically it technically isn't a year. It's just we haven't been chatting for a bit.
Yeah, that is so true. Really true. This because the reason why I wanted to set this voice chat is because like there's something that's been going on in my head, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get this off my chest because if I don't,
You'll
then
lose your mind.
it's just gonna be endless questions and questions, like questions and all that.
Yeah. Well, if you're curious, then I guess you can answer if you can ask me a few questions of what's going in your
Yeah.
head.
Hold on a minute.
Dr. Victor. No, I sound like fucking Indian. Sorry. Don't worry. Dr. Victor therapist is in the house.
Yeah. I was just doing something. With my
Yeah.
finger. So, anyways, there was this thing that's been going on. So,
Yeah.
you heard about this person named Salamance, right?
Salamance. No.
Okay.
That's actually a new person I never heard about.
He's he's popular. He has like almost 10K on his
Okay.
YouTube. Back in 2016,
Yeah.
before I became part of this whole freakazoid community, meeting Alex, aka Mr. Video Freak, and everybody else and stuff.
Okay.
I met this person, and his name is Salamance.
Yeah.
Well, I think his name is Sal. I don't know his real name, but me and Sal. I met him on Steam, and like I just added him as a friend, and he took my
Yeah.
friend request, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. I didn't really talk to him until we got, actually no, until we got to like the first week. And me and him, well, I always started the conversation, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, nothing much. You pretty much basic conversations. I try to mix it up to
Ba-
kind of make
basic
it,
gre- basic greeting, right?
yeah, basic greeting. I don't want to keep doing it all the time, just greet him every single time, and then be
I
silent, and
agree.
not talk about anything.
Like I do greet people. Like it's a human thing. It's
Yeah,
sort of like you can't just be silent and making sort of an antisocial conversation.
or just not say anything, or you just, you know, you friend with a famous person, use them as an ornament. Like, hey man, look, I'm friend with this guy. He's famous. No, that's not me. I don't do that. I don't use
Yeah,
people as
I
ornaments.
really don't use people's work. Like when like for example, like somebody I have a friend who ports models, and usually him and I actually would work together. Like he would actually find a way to get into my PC, and both of us would work together. Like no joke. Like he would control my PC, and I would also control my
Oh,
PC.
dude, that is nice. I wish
And
I wish I had
like
friends like that.
and he ported my model in my computer. He ported all for me. And while I did some of the work too, I did a lot of work with him. So pretty much him and I
Oh,
both worked hard.
you both collaborated.
Yes, we kind of did both collaborate.
Ah,
Like we were good friends. We are good friends. It's regardless of what's judgment.
oh man, dude. I wish that it went downhill with me and Sal. But I'm getting to that point with me and Sal. I wish it was like that with me and Sal because I still kind of feel like I want to be friends with him again.
Yeah.
But
And
anyways,
also and also here's the best part. Like when him and I did work hard, when I did like port a little art of SFW and DeviantArt, I did credit the user. Like I given full credit, and it's just he was happy. He was all happy. Like he felt
like he had a
well,
really
it's
good best friend.
like he had a really good friend that would actually do as promised. Because I did promise him too.
I would love to do that. I would love to do that with my friends, like me and
Yeah.
him, because I sometimes work with some of my friends. I mean,
Like he wasn't hacking too. It was actually like one of the apps that he told me to use, and it was just as simple as a pie.
yeah, dang,
Well,
dude,
simple as cake. It's a cakewalk.
dang, you guys do a lot of work, dang.
Like yeah, like pretty much me and my friends would work hard. Like I would think of designs, and well, let's say some of my friends would help me with this, like with ideas of what to make, and I would think about the designing. Usually, some of my friends would brainstorm.
Dang, that's good, man.
Yeah, Especially, I'm hoping that one day I'm trying to get voice actors, female ones too. Hoping that they don't mind about any descriptions that I'm hopefully try to put.
All the scripts,
Like usually scripts like such as I guess in my series there are going to be some comedy in it. So let's say like
comedy, drama, horror.
not
Well,
action, well,
action.
somewhat action. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
saw my episode 3, right?
Huh?
You saw my episode 3, yeah?
I think I did. I try to mix it up with me and Sal. I greet him. Sometimes I'll put in some
Oh,
comedy, try to entertain him a bit. I mean, he'll laugh sometimes, and this and that. It's like it was like me and him talk all the time. We were just good
yeah,
friends, just greeting each other. I mean, I've always wanted to do something for him, and I always ask him questions. He'll give me tips on things I needed help. Basic things. And
yeah.
2016, I became a freakazoid with Mr. Video Freak, and I met other
Video.
people.
Hmm.
People who called him Gummy Bear. So basically, it was just the simple stuff. And then down the line, 2017, because I became a misfit because I met my friend.
Misunderstood, right?
Yeah, misfits.
Yeah, that's sort of
Yeah,
me too. I'm a misfit, but
I'm glad to be a
I'll let
misfit. I mean, I met Plus Trap as a geek, and Anna, and Foxy plays actually Foxy Boyle, and then X Man. Basically, we all became misfits. Which,
yeah,
I mean, Plus Trap's about to hit. Like, I think he hit 1K.
sweet.
My other friend Foxo, which is Foxy plays, she hit about 1K. I think she's like going over
Foxy.
1K. Okay, so then let's fast forward to July. The You heard about the Macrits incident, right?
Macrid?
Macrits or Octavio incident. Or
Octavio. I'm trying to think of the Octavio because I feel like I know the name, but maybe
Octavio.
I'm only thinking Doc Octopus right now.
Oh, okay. Dang. At the time,
Sorry.
it was this YouTuber named Octavio. He's a good
Yeah,
guy. It's just something happened downhill at the time when he had the name Macrits. He had the
yeah,
name back in July. Dude, what happened was one day I was getting on Discord, going back to the Freakazoids server, and with Mr. Video Freak, and I get this notification. I get people talking about, dude, Macris just committed suicide. I'm like, what the hell? What? I met him on Skype. One time I was in a call with him on Skype, but I was like, what? No, you guys gotta be playing. And
yeah. You
we,
thought they were, but
no,
actually they were not joking.
dude, no, well, actually, yeah, they weren't joking because that's what they heard. Is that we heard that he committed suicide, and
Gee.
now I'm like, dude, he was the famous YouTuber with one K subs. How? How? How did he? What? I know someone who's that famous who never answered to suicide. They would never do that. Um, I was investigating and we were hearing his girlfriend Yumi, Octavio, or Macritz's girlfriend Yumi,
Yeah.
said that he got into a crash and he started speeding and he wanted to kill himself, so he basically crashed and died. So basically,
Crash and burn.
yeah,
Yeah.
and hit the school was talking about that on the announcements at where they live at, and that it was after the last message I got from Sal because Salamance removed me from Steam. Okay, before this, Sal removed me from Steam, and it was like in June,
Yeah.
and not maybe May before I graduated.
Yeah.
Sal, no, actually, I graduated a long time ago, but before I was doing my last year of college, my last I was doing my before the spring semester was ending in college when I was
Yeah.
because I was in college at the time. Um, Sal removed me from the friends list on Steam, and I'm like, what the hell? Wait, I'm like, where's Sal? And I'm typing his name, like, dude, did he just remove me? Dude, why would he remove me for? We talk all the time. What's going on? So, but again, I didn't let that get to me. I was like, you know what? I don't know. He's probably going through some
He
stuff.
he might have gone through some stuff. He might have been going through
Yeah,
like
and
from the specific words I'll be saying. If
yeah,
it's either
that's what I
denial,
thought at first. But
denial.
but when I got on Skype, it was really fishy. He was acting kind of weird when I got on Skype. I met him again in Fuzzy's server on Skype,
Yeah,
and I asked him, hey Sal, remember me? And like, hey man, how can you remove me, man? You remember me, right? And he said, this is what really got me questioning. I was really confused. Like, this is when I really found out something was really fishy with me and him.
yeah.
He said this, I don't know you. Now, that's fishy. Because we talk like nonstop all the time. My name has never changed. I have never changed my name. It's been the same
And
name.
yet,
And we've been
well,
talking for months.
except Hippo. Hippo. I almost do not recognize you for a minute when your name was Mr. Hippo.
Oh, okay, yeah, but
Until
uh,
until I took a quick look and it's just Dark Dragon. I was like,
yeah.
oh.
I made sure I keep my name where everybody knows my name.
But yeah,
But
even if I do forget you, it would be because I actually would accidentally forget. Because there would be
yeah,
times I
yeah.
would
But
forget,
Sal did
but I
not.
would remember. But I
Yeah,
would remember. Yes,
but in Sal's case, I knew something was fishy. But I
he
didn't.
must have
I
been
didn't
afraid.
question him. I took it and I was like, okay. Because at the time I didn't think about it as much. You know,
Yeah,
because like he said he didn't remember. He's like, dude, we talk like on scene like all the time, and he still says, I still don't remember you. You know, kind of. So he added me back on Skype and on Steam and stuff, and then he removed me again the second time after the yeah. In
yeah,
fact, back in July, the last chat we had was talking about the Macrits incident. He
yeah.
said he better not be faking it because if he is, we're not friends anymore. And that was the last time we talked until 2 months after. Right when that happened, Sal removed me again. This time, removed me off Skype and Steam again. Now I'm like, okay, now there's something going on. Now this is like the second or third time he's removed me. What
Suspicion.
what is he doing? Now I'm like, but then again, I really thought, okay, maybe because maybe Mad Chris did a thing because I found out later Mad Chris did a stunt. He basically faked his death. He didn't really die. He just wanted people to say that. He basically set everything up. He had his friends set all the stuff up, and he did the stunt. Which
Rigged it.
because
Rigged.
it
He
was
rigged the
because
game.
it was him and Fuzzy. They basically he
Yeah,
broke up with Fuzzy. Actually, Fuzzy broke up with him, and he he
yeah.
he was heartbroken. So he did a suicide stunt to get back at Fuzzy, which was it was not a good way to go because now we got a lot of people. I felt bad for him, even though I don't agree with him doing that. But I still see him as a best friend because well,
Yeah.
even though I hadn't really talked to him as much, I wish I did. I wish I
Like,
was there
like,
before the suicide stunt. I wish I was there because I would have at least
yeah.
helped him, and I would have because again, I'm a peacemaker. I help people. I whatever problems they go through, I tell people, look, if you have a problem, talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah,
I will
that was
help
the
you.
thing. Like,
Now, it was fishy. So I was like, you
fishing.
know what? The next time I meet him, I was like, well, yeah,
The next time he
yeah.
meets you, next time he
Everybody,
needs you,
yeah, I'll talk
yeah,
to him.
the
Maybe
next,
talk about the Macros thing. But everybody was attacking Octavio for it. Everybody, as soon as Octavio came back and said that he faked his death, everyone attacked him. His fans,
ooh,
everyone attacked him. Some of them kind of, believed him, but most of his fans and his friends attacked Octavio, and I felt bad for him because he does not deserve that. He tried to express
even
himself and try to tell people what he's feeling, but everybody just they're in this mode where they just want to attack someone because oh man, we used to look up to you, man. You used to be our role model, and you do this
you
to us.
you used to be an inspiration, man.
How could you do that? How could you teach us not to be suicidal if you're gonna be suicidal? Dude, I felt bad. Like I really wanted to talk to Octavio about it. I really wanted to be his friend and at least had his back anytime something goes on. But I never got the chance to. So I was like, what? I'll let that go. So that's when we
It
hit
just
October. In fact,
it's
I have
it's just
Salamance right here.
it's just when Salamence does need you, he'll know where to find you,
Nah,
basically, right?
it's gonna be a very long time before Sal would even need me.
It's just
Um.
it's just again like if he's that desperate for your help, he would always come to you.
So now on March. I was in I forgot whose server it was, either in the Shadow server or someone's server. I met Sal again, the third time. It's like
Yeah.
I meet him on Steam. He removes me off Steam. I was like, okay, never mind. I go on Skype. Oh wait, huh? There's Sal right there. Okay, he removes me from Skype. Okay, get on Discord. Oh, there he is again. There's Sal. That's what happened. I was meeting him and stuff, and I didn't really talk. I didn't want to question him at the time until the 4th of March, was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Um, at first I was like, "Hi," it's like asking him stuff, and basically starting a conversation to kind of see how if I can start over, start fresh, and see what I can get from him. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been to the yeah he knows me. He went to the basic conversation and stuff. You know,
The usual goody
yeah.
time.
Uh, Now, I was doing this to investigate Sal. This is when I finally, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see something. I'm gonna investigate what will happen if I talk to Sal again. So I was like, hi and stuff. And then on the 7th of March, I asked him just to remember me. Because I was expecting him to say, remember what I told you about Skype, that he pretended like he didn't remember me?
Yeah.
That was fishy. This time, he remembers me. And I told him I thought, yeah, he's doing any good as well and stuff. And then I show him this little thing. This is when the 9th came in.
Ninth.
The 9th
Oh,
of
all
March.
right.
This is
Yeah.
when I
Oh, right.
finally got the chance to investigate. When I finally interrogated him. Well, not interrogated him, but I finally got the answer I
But
need from him.
basically playing good cop, bad cop, right?
Well, not that. But I was. I just wanted to find my answer. I mean, I wasn't mad at him. I was concerned. I was worried about him. I wanted to find my answer. Now,
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to do this. This is when I finally decided, okay, it's it's time to get the answers I need. So I messaged him. I asked him. He
Yeah.
removed me off Skype and Steam the second time and blocked me from Steam when I tried to friend him multiple times, trying to get him to talk to me. He said,
Yeah.
"Now, this was bullcrap that I got from him. It's bullcrap
What did he
because
say to you?
he said because I cleaned it from people who never spoke to me. Bullcrap. Now that was the first. That's the first
Clean.
straw. That's
So
the
wait.
first one right there.
Hold on. So wait, let me get this straight. He unfriended you because of this well, either a bullshit reason of cleaning friends.
Yeah,
That's that's like
that's
excuses for me.
bullcrap, dude. That's
That's like
strike one right there. I knew he was lying because
like
I
that's like
always talk to him. How is he gonna do that to me?
that's like that goes the same
Oh no! And
when
then when I pointed things out, he brings out another. Here's strike two. I said, but I always talk to you. You know that. Now look at this. It doesn't now. If I was, talk to you, you wouldn't care about what I talk about, right? As long as we conversate, right?
yeah, like if it's either like goody old little good funny talk and all like
Let me
or like
talk,
getting things off the chest like
like
as long as it's
that, or
not
just
not
being funny, or just random
as
stuff.
long as it's yeah as long as we don't say really to each other
Yeah,
because that would kind of
yeah,
lead each
no
other
big
each
deal,
other
right?
into deep shit.
Guess
Yeah,
what I
like it's
got from
just
him? This is what I
what
get from him. About random stuff, nothing really good enough.
yeah
Really? So I can't have a basic
about
conversation with you, or even try to, entertain you. Because I entertained many people. People found my jokes funny. People, said they liked me because I was always funny and entertaining. Guess
and
what he
that goes to
says? So I tell him,
what he
saying
said.
hi and how are you is just basic. I try to mix it up a little so it ain't boring. I try to be entertaining, right? Because I
Yeah.
am entertaining. I sometimes make people's day. I make them happy. In fact, recently I talked about a joke about broccoli. People were laughing at me, and they were laughing with me, and they were like broccoli, using that as a joke. Guess what he said?
What he said.
It wasn't entertaining at all. Now that's bullcrap.
What?
That's
That's the
bullcrap.
same.
He just never found me entertaining and funny at all. Even though
Yeah,
it is funny, I made so many people laugh so much, and this is the respect I get. But again, I wasn't mad at him. I was investigating him, and in fact, I'm not mad at him.
but you were just trying to
But
figure out what you
but
were
this
just
is
trying to
from my
figure out.
perspective, and me just being truthful about it. So I
It's
told
because
him,
you were figuring out his major malfunction, brother.
I was like, dude, what's your problem? Why do you don't find me entertaining? What's going on? So I asked him, look, I'm not a comedian, or I was like, at least I mean, as long as you, all that matters is at least I try to conversate. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I told him you gotta cut me some slack. What do you expect me to be? Expecting me to be your best friend? I always consider. I mean, because I've always considered him as a best friend. It didn't matter if we didn't, talk much. He's
Yeah.
inspiring. I mean, I looked up to him as a role model. In fact, he was a good guy. He's funny. He made me laugh, and I've always liked him as a best friend. I never
Yeah.
like if I wanted to, I would. If he needed something, I would do it. I would talk to him. I'll help him. I'll collaborate with him. I would do anything for him because he's a good guy. I mean, he's 15, like a teenager. But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I mean, I'll be there on his side. I will always be there. I will be on his side when he needs my back. I'll be there. So I was like, and you see, I tell him I would never clean my friends just because they're not entertaining. Because there's no excuse to remove someone because they're not entertaining. At least they tried.
Like at least you are trying to make him smile. Like you're just trying
Yeah,
to make
I
him
mean,
feel
I'm not an entertainer. I get it. I'm not a comedian, not an entertainer. I got people saying, "Dude, you're not funny" and stuff,
like
and
you're
I
not you're
get
not
that. I
you're not the Iglesia, the Felipe.
Yeah,
I think you know what I mean. I
yeah,
think
I
you know
know what
what I
you
mean by
mean.
that comedian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, at least I mean I get it. I'm not funny. I get it. I know. But at least I'm talking to you. At least I'm able
Yeah.
to get words out and actually post something and actually, because I know he had to feel really bad, and I kind of made his day. I know I did that. I know he was feeling good. He just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
This is the response I got from him. Look, I removed you. Get over it. Sorry if it hurt. Now that comment, right?
Wow.
Let's decipher that. First off, the attitude. I can tell he was upset. He was mad. He was getting annoyed at me. And I'm like, seriously? I'm like, so this is the respect I get. So I was like,
That went. Yeah,
it
that
didn't
went.
hurt me much because I mean, it was unexpected, but I understand him now. This
But
is where I finally started.
but it was pretty cold. It went cold pretty fucking fast right there.
He was cold at that point. In fact, but this is when I started to really find his true colors. This is where he finally spills the beans. Now, the last comment. Sorry if it hurt. It didn't hurt me at all because,
It
in
just
fact, to him,
yeah.
he probably thought I'm just some kid who probably just would have cried or felt bad or actually
Boo hoo. No,
attacked
yeah.
him or done something. No, dude, that made me
Yeah, 'cause,
happy. It
like
it actually
my
told me I finally got the answer I wanted. I wanted him to finally tell me what he felt because I didn't want him to hide and lie to me. In fact, now it basically saw what happened on Skype. He did know me. He just basically lied. He backstabbed me. He
yeah.
basically
And
betrayed me, and then he lied to me in my face the first time when he knows good well that he knew me. He just didn't want to say anything. I mean, I wanted him to be honest. I mean, all I wanted him to do was at least, if he didn't want to be my friend, I wanted him to tell me, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine, no problem, man. I mean, it was nice meeting you. You were a good friend to me. I apologize for not being the best friend that you thought, and I'd be like, okay, well, shake hands and we walk away. But no, he
yeah, yeah,
goes on Skype. When I question him about it, he makes up a lie, saying he makes up this excuse like, "Oh, I don't know you" and stuff.
yeah.
That's what really sets the things off. Like,
Like it would kind of like pull on the breaking
yeah,
friendship point.
I mean, if I was like those other people, yeah, I would have been really mad if someone said that to me. Of how I'd be like, how dare you say that? If I talked to you so many days and I've
Yeah,
helped you
that
and stuff. I was happy when I finally got my answer because this is when he's finally being honest. Like when someone's honest with me, I'm
yeah.
happy about it. I'm glad. I'm not gonna be mad. Why would you think I'll be mad at you if you're being honest with me? That's all I care about is honesty. He thought
Yeah.
I was actually hurt. I wasn't hurt at all. So I told him it didn't. I just wanted to know.
You just
And
want to
now
know.
this is something where he's opening up, kind of he's finally spilling it out. And again, it's understandable. He said, "I didn't see you as a close enough friend," and that's understandable because I mean, I
So
only talk to
that's like
wrong line
trust
friends.
issue. So that's like trust issue, right? He had trust issues. Would that
No,
be?
it's just
Oh,
I was never inspiring. I never did anything for him to see me as a special friend like his other friends do. Because the other friends, they helped him with stuff. They basically, when he's down, they help him. I think they paid money for him. They did
give
things for
him
him.
attention.
I wasn't able to do things for him at the time, and I mean, I felt bad, but I wish he would have requested something from me, and I would have done it in a heartbeat at the time if I
Yeah,
wasn't lazy. And I told him, and this is when I started to kind of express myself, kind of let him know something. Now again, I wasn't mad, but he took it the
yeah,
wrong way. So I said, the first time you removed me, it wasn't you who forgot who I was. You lied about that. It was because I couldn't entertain you enough, getting what you needed. And that was me kind of talking about myself, like, because it's true. I mean, I'm not that entertaining, but most people found me entertaining anyways. I'm just trying to be. I'm trying to show him sympathy. I'm trying to be sentimental about it. I'm trying to like let him know, okay, I understand you. I get that. you know, when you needed it, you
yeah. I
know,
see what
when he needed something, I wish I was there. And I said, I'm just guessing based on what he stated on his profile, because on his profile, someone mentioned, "Why'd you remove me?" and stuff, and I was basically pulling out that evidence that I got from his profile. What he said, "I removed them because they used me as an ornament." That's a lie. I don't do that. He was mentioning me. I already knew right then and there. He not only did he didn't find me entertaining and a close enough friend, he thinks that I used him as an ornament, as a trophy. I didn't. He's a I don't do that. When it doesn't matter if you're a
wait,
celebrity or not. I'm
I
not going to
didn't,
use you as an
didn't
ornament.
catch. I didn't catch that. Did you said he's a
He said I used him as a ornament.
any called you a traitor?
No, no. It was on
Oh, right, right.
it was on his Steam profile that he was basically answering people's questions, saying that I removed the people because they used me as an ornament, as a trophy. He's
Jeez.
saying he's mentioning me in the equation, and that's also bullcrap because I've always talked to him. Using him as an ornament is when you just friend him and you don't say anything. Or you call excuses, like you barely say something and you don't talk. And you go around to people like, dude, this is a famous animator, dude. He's so famous. He's almost 10K subs, man. He makes good animations. He's a modeler. He goes on Blender. He makes maps and stuff. Dude, this is awesome. No, I don't do that. I see people who actually do it. They brag about these famous animators. I don't do
Yeah.
that. I don't use people as an ornament. And for him to say that and him to think of me like that, that's bullcrap. Why would I use him as an ornament? I don't use that. He if I look up to him as a best friend, I'm gonna treat him like a best friend. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
use him as a
just
trophy that I can go around showing and show and tell. That's the thing. Like again, I don't do that. If he needed my help, I would have been there, like right on the bat. All he had to do was ask. So again, and then I told him that because pretty much when I saw that comment that he said to everybody saying that he rose because he was an ornament, it pretty much answered my question already. He lied about the Skype. He lied to me on Steam.
he just
He
wanted attention. That was pretty
no,
much
he
it.
didn't want attention.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No,
My mistake.
he he just didn't like me. No matter what. I mean, all those conversations that we had on Steam, he was faking it. He wasn't real about those conversations. Maybe he was. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but it's to me it kind of sounded like me
Yeah.
talking to him on Steam. He never saw me as a real friend. He just probably just never liked what I did, and the fact that I
Oh,
wasted my whole time with him, and actually put my time into conversating with him, doesn't it make me a friend already?
Yeah, like that is actually true. And also I want to put this out real quick. Like speaking about like friends, I wanted to put this out because I actually did some with a fan before.
Yeah.
So you know about fans, like they still want to do things with the famous person.
Yeah.
So I had a fan who is friended with me on Steam. He is a fan. He likes my content for YouTube and
Mm.
all that sells all that good old shit. And he asked me to play Gmod with him. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll play Gmod with you. And I did tell him I had to do some first. Like, I had to do like point stuff. But yet, when I realized I was so tired, I passed out of sleep because I also did a lot of hard work. It was almost 6 p.m. and I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Just I like imagine this a Gmod. Like my whole OC just dropped on the PC like a rag doll, just like that. Just
Mm.
fling. You know those little funny Gmon
Yeah.
animations when you see a ragdoll flinging across the room on items and everything shit drops. That
Yeah.
was me with the laptop. I fling my whole body right at the PC. Get up, spamming keyboard shit. Well, except it's just how it was in comedy way. So I came online and I told him I'm sorry. I had to do some real life stuff. It took me a while. I'm sorry for that. So I kind of explained him a little bit and he said it's okay. And I told him I'm getting on Gmon now, and him and I had a lot of fun. We tested out like I looked at these weapons, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to try them." And both of him and I tried out weapons. We had fun, and he was a
Yeah.
fan. I made a few little meme jokes or references like I killed G-Man, and the only thing I said this in a joke way. Rise and shine, golden Freeman. Rise and shine. Because it's like saying G-Man just died, and it's just someone imitating his voice as a insult.
Oh gosh.
And he just XD like laughing about that, and I even did the Obi-Wan hello there. Like him and I just made sort of some memes. I There was a time where him and I did a bit of a Stars reference of it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. We were just fucking around with each other,
Oh gosh.
and I just like I wish I could do that in whatever is that time. I would grab my iPhone, and when he did the little no clip as a high jump, pulling on the Star Wars translated Japanese. Ah, ooh, oh, that Japanese translated meme, like the Obi-Wan versus Anakin, but it's translated Japanese. You know that, right? You saw that video, right?
I
It has,
think I don't really watch memes as much. I do, but I probably watch mine too.
but
But
yeah, but sort of this one, it was hilarious. It has Obi-Wan and Anakin, but speaking of Japanese, and the most funny part about this video, the screaming, like just the Japanese, ah, and these are like text to speech too. It makes it funnier because it sounds like anime orgasm. Ooh. I would have want to do that, and I would have just make it as the funniest thing. But he knows the memes I was talking about, and we've been just constantly laughing our shit off.
mm.
And that's the thing. Like I had fun with a fan.
So again, I told him I never hold grudges, and I kind of just try to be simple. I was hoping he took that into consideration that I try to put my time into him, and
Yeah,
that I was, but I mean, he took it the
and
wrong
it
way. He took it the wrong way. This is where he thought I was really angry, and I wasn't angry at all. He said, "Are
yeah.
you really that pissed? Just let it go. I don't want to be friends, okay?" That sounded wrong right there. First
Ouch.
off, I wasn't pissed off. I was trying to show sympathy or something. Understand, like, okay, yes, I understand your problem. I understand, dude. Look, maybe you lied to me because you never saw me as a close friend. I understand. Because what I was really trying to tell him, I was hoping he said, I probably should have told you on Skype that you want to be friends. The reason why I removed you, and that would have squashed it if he would have been honest with me the first time. But
Like
for
that would just made
but for
everything
him
more.
to do, but for him to backstab me more than once, because he removed me off Steam. He removed me
Yeah.
off Skype after the Mad Crits incident.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't said a word to me about it. He just removes people, doesn't say anything until they question him about it. It only took until me questioning him for him to actually say something, to finally get it off his chest. And again, I wasn't angry. I wasn't upset.
You were
It
just showing a heart.
was like, you know what? I understand you. You know what? I know where you're coming from. Because, he had his downs and ups and downs, and he's, had people that I mean, him and Connor, they're not friends anymore because what Connor did, and whatever Sal commented on Octavio's rant on Connor, um, Sal and Connor are not friends anymore. They stopped being friends because there was one time I witnessed them fighting with each other. They were mad at each other. One time, they were fighting,
Well,
cussing each other out, and I had a
of
feeling
course.
somewhere in the future, both of them were going to get into the same fight, and they're not going to be friends anymore. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So they're not friends no more. Him and Connor. They're
Yeah,
done
of
with that.
course.
Anyways, so I told him I'm not. I just wanted to put that out there. I understand you had the right to decide who's your friend or not because in the end, you're still my best friend. You basically basic stuff. Basically, you know what? Look,
Showing a heart. Yeah,
look.
again.
We could be strangers. We can walk away and pretend that we hadn't met each other, and that's fine. I'm fine with that because in the end we both got we're gonna make friends no matter what. I mean, because I know someday he's probably gonna come back to me someday. If not, I'm probably gonna come
He'll
back to
come
him. I don't
he'll
know.
come back and May will give you the
Maybe
most
give me a
regretful hug.
chance.
He'll
Maybe,
give you
yeah.
like so I'm not saying this in a gay way too, like saying like giving a regretful hug, trying to show the final
Oh, I see where you're going with it. Yeah,
yeah,
basically,
just
kind of. Because I maybe one time maybe he might apologize for what he said or something. But again, he doesn't have to apologize. He doesn't have to because again, I don't care as long as he was honest. As long as I got the answer. Like, look, I told
yeah.
him that who was your friend now because in the end, you're still my best friend. Because I always looked up to him, and again, I've never stopped thinking of him as my best friend, even to this day. I think of him as my best friend. Okay, I'm not trying to fire you because I got problems of my own. I'm letting him know that I got problems of my own. I just want to get things off my chest after this incident. That thanks, and I told him thanks anyways. As long as you told me the truth, that's all that matters. And I apologize for spamming him on Steam while his friend request. He ended up blocking me after that for spamming him. Um,
Yeah.
now we go to the 30th. This is what and I don't know. I just wanted to joke with him, and now this joke would have got a lot of people laughing because I'm basically talking about myself and I'm just saying some random stuff. I made a lot of people laugh with this joker. I because after what he said, I went to other people to test the theory, and there was people laughing at my joke.
I guess one of the
And I
whoopee
don't
wheeze
care if people say okay because we're different. I get that. I understand you're different, but you
different.
don't have to be a jerk about it. Because I told him like, okay, today's my lucky day for the worst to come. What do you call a guy with a plunger for a brain? Basically, talking about plunger brains, dry socks, face covered in
Fuck
yogurt, all that.
people who has no brains are like I guess you're like trying to
It's a
say fuck
brain.
boy or something.
No, they have a brain, but it's a plunger.
Oh
And then like
yeah,
my kidney's replaced by these things. I'm not even gonna go into that.
maybe
But
like brains are sucked up.
yeah,
Just giving it the
yeah, basically, my brain took an enormous poop in my skull. Those cats calling me a normie, basically just being random and stuff. Talk about syrup sandwiches and all that, and then he goes, "Okay, stop."
syrup sandwiches. That's
That was a
whoa, dude.
meme. That was a meme with Kendrick Lamar when he did that song called "Humble." Everybody just started doing someone did an edit on that. Someone edited that song, and it's just him saying syrup sandwiches all the time.
Jeez, like I can imagine like maple syrup, and it's just toasted. It's just
It's actually a real thing. They actually put syrup in their sandwiches. Sandwiches.
like I can
But
imagine it's just Canadian maple syrup, and it's just
yeah,
in a sandwich. And I'll
but
be like,
I know what that is. I
what?
know what that song means. Humble. I know what that song means. It's not talking about syrup sandwiches. It's talking about girls and stuff. But yeah, I was just joking, and he goes, okay, stop. Okay, yeah, I took it to. Sorry about that. Admit it. It was weird, but funny. Cause I was expecting him to kind of laugh, but he goes, no, I didn't laugh once. Being cold hearted once again. He's already strike three. Here we go again. Him being cold to me. I already knew.
Ooh.
I had that feeling he was gonna say that. I had that feeling he was gonna say it's not funny. Cause I'm just trying to lighten up the mood. I'm trying to be fine with him. He's like, I was like, I didn't question about it, so I was like, you know what, okay. And then I did an experiment. I told people the joke, and I told them, well, that was weird. I did an experiment. I said the same joke that I tied to two famous celebrities, and the result, because two celebrities that I was friends with, I sent them the same joke. Um, they laughed. They were laughing at it. They were laughing at it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, how's your day is going? And he didn't respond to me. And then I was like, okay, this is game. Because I was getting more confused. I made three more people laugh. And then he comes out with, look, I don't laugh at random stuff. Can you stop now? People are different. The people are different crap is what really set the stuff off. I hear people say that so many times. People are different.
Yeah, and that's the
Even I say it.
like it's the fucked up thing about the world is when people act different and they either it's either acting selfish, like and from him just saying too much crap about jokes and all. I'm not I from what I'm seeing from his like even though I'm throwing
From your perspective, what do you see?
like it's just well from this point of view of the jokes and all and him not liking it and just saying stop it and all from my perspective of just how I would think because from my heart it's
Yeah, I
just like
know.
seeing what's difference between it even though I'm not with him but I could see like either a connection into what he feels like either that this person is jealous and he kind of sees you as like either like something that breaks down his career he sees you
Um,
as either
I wish it was that. I wish.
it's just
Actually,
like
I
I
don't
could be
wish that. I hope it's not that because I don't want people
I
to kind of
could
shun him away and then they go to me like, dude, you're way more funnier than Salamance. Dude, how come
like
Salamance never found you funny? Dude,
like
I'll be
that's yeah
scared if
that's
someone said that to me. I'll be really
like
scared.
that was the thing like it's just he may be jealous and I could be wrong but it's he seems to be jealous but that's human he does not need to hide that a lot of people can be jealous like I get jealous of either somebody like I forgot who like but I see what you're going but
Yeah,
from
so
this dude's point of view it's either like jealousy
either
and
he's
he just
jealous
doesn't
or he's just really mad. In fact, him saying that I'm mad, I think he was mad. For him
yeah
to
it
say that
seems
if I
like
was mad, he was probably mad at me
he might be mad which is
because
yeah which is
if
again
he
human
yeah.
it's all human in social ways but I just go like son of a bitch something like that just hit and damn it shows somewhat of anger and ow my hands ow ow
What you do?
well I try to show an example and yeah I kind of regret doing that little first example
Oh,
I
dang.
actually hit my hand real hard
Oh, that does hurt. I know
like
that feeling is when you hit your hand on something that it is.
like if I hit my like when I hit my hand on the wall, like it doesn't feel doesn't I don't feel it because adrenaline boosts with anger. But after that, just lay on the bed. I
And
mean,
the pain just starts
it
coming in. The adrenaline
yeah,
goes away.
and it just goes like oh
Like oh, that hurts. Owie.
yeah, like yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. Like
Oh
it's normal
god.
anger. Like pretty much a lot of people do it. From Salamance, is that his name? Salamance?
Salamance.
Yeah,
Like
like I can see he's jealous, but it is human.
I
It is
mean,
human. Everybody
it's your
gets jealous.
opinion, but to me,
Like
I just see him as someone who just probably let's see from my perspective. If I was thinking why Sal would never think of me as a funny person in the first place,
yeah,
I guess it has something to do with the influence that he's been going through. Maybe he's not used to people making random jokes or just saying something and then, not being funny. He probably found people who actually. I feel like it's just people just finding jokes online and just saying them, and he's just used to that thinking that's funny because the jokes online are not funny, unless you do it, unless someone did it just right. But he
Yeah,
probably.
unless if they made the jokes just
I
right.
mean, regardless of anything, I don't care if he doesn't find me funny. I don't care.
It's
But
just
bottom
as long
line
as you
is
make
the
it's just as long as you
because
make anyone else happy, that's fine by
yeah,
you.
that's
Yeah.
all. Because the truth of the matter is, the joke was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the joke that's not funny. It's when the people don't see it as funny. So don't worry about it. I'm
Yeah.
fine. I don't really care if people say my jokes are not funny. I don't care because I'm gonna find a way to make them funny. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop
Un-
until I
until
find that point. Until I
until you
hit.
crack until you crack the funniest joke that somebody can laugh their shits
Yeah,
off.
because again, I don't. I want to be original. I don't want to like okay, type on Google how to be funny. How do you make a joke?
How to be funny? Siri
Even if you
just
were to
tells you,
type it on Google, it's just gonna tell you
or even
find something
Siri,
that people talk about. Or
and the next thing somebody goes look up memes.
yeah, well, that's just the easy part. It's too
Yeah, that's
easy,
the
too
easiest
basic.
thing.
Like it's
Yeah,
like
see,
saying, "Hey, you want to be funny? Start looking up memes." Never, never, ever look up memes. First off, that's not
like,
original because that's not the
yeah,
original joke. That's not coming from you. It's coming from the internet. You're just
yeah, it would
basically
me,
you're
it would
basically
me,
purchasing something.
yeah, see. And with me, when I do make jokes, I either make them original or just how I find it funny, and hopefully somebody else would find it funny because it's trying new jokes,
Yeah, that's what
offering
I
people
do.
new jokes,
If it's not
and
funny to them, I try something else. If it's not working, I'll keep trying
or even reference too,
until I could make them crack up. Until I
and
could
that
make
even
them laugh.
refer and that even funny reference too. Like I make a few funny references because that's how actual old school jokes were.
Yeah.
Old reference.
Okay, hold up.
I
Before we continue, I really need to move on to this because this is
say
this is
I
where I
know.
was grabbing my
Like
head and I really want to bang my head on the table because it sounded stupid. I had so many people tell me this so many times. Every time
yeah.
I go online, I'm talking with friends and stuff, and I'm tracking jokes. I had people say this to me every time I said, "Look, I make them laugh and stuff." Okay, so I told I was lost because I was like, saying that, I'm not sure if you don't have a big sense of humor, or you're just being a jerk, because he's been acting strange ever since I started talking to him again, getting because he was getting all salty with me when I'm just lost in him,
Ew.
and he still saying he's different. And then I said, I see that, but that's not the case. It only happens when I'm around. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And then now, after I said
Yeah.
that, remember when I told him that I did the experiment of telling people the jokes?
Yeah.
I hate when people say this because it's not true. Not everyone is what they think. They always throw out assumptions of who my friends are, and
I
it's absurd. You're
yeah.
trying to figure out why do people say this all the time? Why does everybody always have to assume what your friends are? If they have not
Yeah.
met your friends or even talked to them, what's their problem? This is what I got from him. Look, I don't find that stuff funny. Maybe you told it to a bunch of kids that do. I don't though.
Ooh.
Kids,
Ouch.
kids.
It's
So
yeah.
you're here to tell me that Mr. Video Freak's a kid? That he's not like a 20-year-old that goes to college. He's a 5-year-old. You're not telling me that I don't know
Uh,
some okay, Plush that's a teenager. He's not well, they're considered kids still.
and I'm still
Them
considered as a young adult.
You're a
Young
young
man.
adult. I tell you a joke,
Yes,
you found me funny.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I still find
Sal's
funny.
calling you a kid. Basically,
What?
I hate when people say that.
Wait,
They
Salamance called me a kid?
well, he said I
Oh.
told it. Well, that's basically what he's saying that all, the friends that I told people about or people I meet are pretty much kids. I bet he was probably even, but even Connor laughed at it. when I was telling him jokes. What let's see. I'm not sure if Connor did. I think he did, but Connor laughed at it. My other friend laughed at it. Who else? There were some adults, mostly adults and teenagers. I told jokes about. They mostly laugh at the jokes, and he's calling the people I meet and people who are my friends kids. Now I'm like, he's crazy. I'm like, I'm sick and tired of people keep assuming my friends are kids. They're not children. Not all of them are children.
Yeah.
I mean, you're here telling me that kids actually can go to college at the age of 7? I don't know. That
Yeah.
that, that might be
Yeah.
a theory.
Yeah.
It might be a real
Unless
thing. It
like
might be
unless
real.
kids
I don't know, but it might be.
unless kids at the age of 7 has the IQ of over 200%,
Yeah. I
then
mean,
yeah,
that's
there might be like a crazy
might be,
chance they can go to
but
college.
again, I know who my friends are, and I know most of them are not kids. Well,
Yeah.
half of them, I'm gonna say, well, half of them is like around the teenage, almost adults. Some of them are, children. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The fact that he said that, it was unnecessary for him to even say that. I can tell he was mad. Now, for him to even spit that out tells me that he's still he's still in this phase that he just doesn't like me. I know that, and I don't care if he doesn't like me, but I know he was mad. He really wanted to tell me off, but he doesn't want to go all out. I didn't care if he roasted me or anything, because I would have roasted him back. But I'm not that type of person. But
Yeah, I see.
and then I told him, kids, not everyone is a kid. He pulls out another bullcrap excuse, and I know that's a lie, because if it
He
really
just yeah,
was,
because
if it really
he just
was, he would have not said it right when I said that. He would have understand. I know it's an example.
yeah.
Bullcrap. It is not no example. That you are actually expressing what you feel and what you think. This is what you find true about me, and don't come to me and say, "Oh no, what I was just pulling out an example."
Yeah.
We were not pulling out examples. I was pulling out the facts about what you've been doing. How could you? How are you pulling out an example if I again it was just bullcrap.
Yeah.
Now, and then I told him that doesn't seem like an example, but again I could be guessing because I didn't want to interrogate him and then question him about it. And that was the last message I sent him until he blocked
Yeah.
me on Discord. So he
Yeah.
blocked me on Steam, blocked me on Skype, and blocked me on Discord.
Yeah.
So I try to say hi and try to conversate with him and stuff, and he's like, and I was like, I just gave up at this point. I was like, what's the whole point? What's the point of talking to him? It's just gonna be a trial error. Even if he did accept me back as a friend, it's gonna be the same exact thing I'm gonna go through him. He's gonna keep saying I'm not fun. He's gonna not find me entertaining. He's gonna keep saying some dumb excuse. But again, I wasn't angry at it. So I was like, I let it go, and I ended up just forgetting about it. But in the end, I remembered him. Like I remembered the good times we had, even though that it may not have been the way I saw it. Well, I didn't see his perspective. I wish I did. It
Yeah.
didn't matter. Sal, as long as Sal told me the truth, I wanted to finally tell Sal that listen, like I really
Yeah.
wanted to, get in the car or whatever I can and explain to him this whole situations, and I wanted to, like, kind of have this little small talk. But I'm never gonna get that chance because Sal blocked me on 3 social medias already. So there's not even a point to even talking to Sal because Sal is a lost cause. I
Uh-huh.
mean, he's gonna. I already know he's gonna go downhill sooner or later because he's probably. I mean, he's a good guy, but if he keeps hanging out with the wrong crowd and not getting feeding off their influence, he's gonna go downhill from there. It's
Yeah.
not a really good. And since he's a teenager, yeah, I would understand why he feels like I'm not his best friend. Because when you're teenagers, you're trying to find the people who you find better, who are the cool kids, and you don't find good kids funny. Basic stuff like, okay, well, hey, I'm with the big boy. They tell better jokes than you. I don't find you funny. that type of stuff. Again, that's just me guessing. I'm not saying Sal really does do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I got that off my chest because it's been bugging me ever since we had this conversation. Because after
Yeah.
me and Sal had this conversation on Discord, it's been bugging
I,
at me. I keep thinking about the conversation me and Sal's have because I don't want people to. I don't want to find out one day.
you don't want people to know, but you want to talk it out to somebody who can understand and won't expose. Which I'm actually the person
No, not that.
who can.
I mean, no.
Well, I
I
mean,
want to get this out and get this whole conversation out to everybody to finally. So just in case people ask me, "Hey, man, what happened? What happened to you between you and Sal? You and Sal were good friends." I don't want people to keep asking me, "Weren't you and Sal best friends? Did he betray you?"
yeah, yeah.
So this is
There
the
was one.
way. So I want to answer their questions. I want to finally put this to rest, so I don't get asked the same question of what
Yeah,
happened
I
to
know.
you and Sal. I thought you guys were best friends.